Welcome everybody back to another episode of Buzz in the Box on this gorgeous Tuesday night. I'm Mauro Bazzario. Let's get right into it in our leadoff spot here with a bit of bad news for the Toronto Blue Jays. They're kind of going to cease and desist right now. They're placing Dylan Cease on the IL with a hamstring strain. That's as of yesterday. Might be a couple more little details coming out about that, so that's a tough blow for the rotation. The Dodgers bullpen scoreless streak is officially over as of last night after 38 innings. Whole Dodgers bullpen not allowing a run in 38 innings. I think that's like 4 games and a few innings or something like that. That's just over 4 games is nuts. It was a home run from Colorado's Ezequiel Tovar to end that streak. However, in natural fashion, the Dodgers would rally past the Rockies with a 4-run 7th inning. Man, they're like hitting a little bit the Rockies, but they just do not hold on to the lead. It is a small chance if they get a lead at any point in the game that they're going to hold on to it. That is a rough stretch. I kind of feel bad. But it was the Ezequiel Tovar home run last night that ended the Dodgers bullpen 38-inning scoreless streak. The Dodgers would rally to win 5-3. Dodgers are 8-2 in their last 10 games. Big milestone for Nick Kurtz of the A's. He has now, get this, reached base safely in 48 straight games. He needs just one more. He's going to be working on that later tonight. He needs one more to break Big Mark McGwire's franchise record for on-base streak. That is absolutely insane. To do anything even close to Mark McGwire, that commands recognition. You know, say what you want about that era, but you know, it still had us all glued to the TV, and it was still an exciting game, that's for sure. One more, and he will for Nick Kurtz, and he will have reached base safely in 49 straight games. I don't think anybody, not saying I'm shocked that he's doing it, but I don't think anybody had that predicted, didn't see this coming in the beginning of the year. We're also going to have our eyes on Big Amish for that reason of the A's. Reach base safely in 48 straight games. That's like all year. That's all year. Got our eyes on Big Amish tonight as he tries to make history. He's currently batting .286. Surprised that's not higher. This isn't surprising. Nick Kurtz of the A's, he is 9th in the majors in runs batted in with 37. He's working on an incredible season. He's also pretty much at like the top first, second percentile, just like elite rates right now in barrel rate, xwOBA, bat speed. There's a few other things I'm missing. That is just a professional hitter right there, is what Nick Kurtz is working on for the Athletics in Sacramento. Nick Kurtz, he's batting .315 on breaking balls. So yeah, he's I don't think anybody's taking any rum out of his Jobu statue. That Jobu is getting his rum tribute for sure. He is playing out of his mind. This could be a special season for Big Amish. Again, hitting .315 just on breaking balls, and he's not chasing anything out of the zone. He knows what he's doing with that xwOBA and that bat speed. Speaking of big hits, we're already here. It is now time for Boxed Out. Oof, this team, man, they had a rough go of it. It was not a fun Monday. Happy late Memorial Day here from us here at Buzz in the Box. It was the big surprise. They're back at it again. The Washington Nationals. Jeez, like, are you kidding me? The Nationals aren't done hitting. I didn't think they were, but the Nationals, they're officially at it again. They crushed 6 home runs in the first 5 innings against Cleveland last night. Man, that is basically your outfielder's neck is hurting just turning around and looking at those baseballs flying out of there. You know, we try to say keep it positive, keep it professional, but that is a tough break right there for the Guardians. Don't want to get that wrong. Cleveland Guardians got there. It was an absolute smackdown. It was 10-2 Nationals over the Guardians. Curtis Mead, he's been hitting a little bit. He hit his 6th and his 7th home runs of the year. He now has 3 in the last 3 games, actually. This is Curtis Mead I'm talking about. Wow. Everybody was going yard for the Nationals. Like I said, 6 home runs in the first 5 innings. Jacob Young, again, another one with a home run. He's been very, for fantasy-wise, Jacob Young is becoming very intriguing with that power. He had that injury scare a couple of days ago. He turned out to be okay. I think he got hit by a pitch. Did Jacob Young, but he went yard also for the Nationals. He's been intriguing as of late. Luis Garcia went yard, and of course the usual suspects for the Nationals: C.J. Abrams, James Wood on fire. James Wood is going to be one of the faces of this league. We do have a video centered around a deep dive into the performance he had at the time, still pretty recently, about James Wood, called Knock on Wood, recent Buzz in the Box episode. You're going to want to check that out after this for a little hangout. But it was not a good hangout for Cleveland against the Nationals. For the Guardians, starting pitching, Tanner Bybee, he got lit up like a Christmas tree. He lasted only 3 innings as the Guardians just absolutely brought the hammer down in that 10-2 victory. 3 innings for Tanner Bybee. He gave up 7 earned runs and 8 hits. That was a terrible day at the office for Tanner Bybee. Back to the drawing board for him. He's still kind of looking to get some consistency going, and we've seen him been good this year. We've seen him been great this year in some starts. Just need to see it a little more often. I think he can be a solid 3 guy in any rotation when he's at his best. It's just it's kind of like a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde for Tanner Bybee right now. So again, that rough start, 7 earned runs, 8 hits, Tanner Bybee, 6 different guys going yard. It was the Nationals 10, the Guardians 2. Sorry, Cleveland Guardians, you got boxed out. That's over and done with. Had to do it. There was another 9-2 score. I think it was the Seattle Mariners last night beat the Athletics 9-2, if I'm not mistaken. If I hit a foul ball on that, I apologize. Let me know down in the comments. We're always trying to get better for you here at Buzz in the Box. Just know that. Oh, we got another little bit of prospect news, which is my favorite thing. Now that that's over and done with, a guy that we had on, another guy we had featured on one of our other videos, I think on our shorts here on YouTube, talking about, it was 3 guys absolutely crushing it in the minors in AA, and it was Gage Jump. Actually, for those we were just talking about him, for those Athletics, he has been brought up to the show. Has Gage Jump. Doesn't look like they needed too much time from him in AAA. That's for sure for Mr. Jump here right from the jump. He's getting the call up already. He was up to 56 strikeouts in 38 innings down there in the minors. He was in AAA specifically. He was not playing around. Now he did have the 36 hits allowed and the 20 walks in that span. Something to keep an eye on and could be concerning, but you fast track a guy like this, you call him up this early, there's bound to be some growing pains. But with enough polishing, he could definitely turn out to be a gem. That is a big move by the Athletics right there. They're never going to be afraid to call people up. So, the 20 walks, 36 hits. But I'm expecting, I'm very impressed with Gage Jump aside from that. And so welcome to the show, pitcher Gage Jump for the Athletics. I'm very excited to see how the kid starts off. I think it can be very exciting. It is now time for something not as exciting, but something useful, informative, and necessary. Sorry. Whenever you hear this, someone's gonna be bringing down the mood. Got to do it. Sorry about it. It's time for today's Buzzkill. Let's jump into it. Get it over with. Today, this is kind of a tough one. Not kicking a man when he's down, but we have a youngster here, so unfortunately nobody is safe. You're the Buzzkill. You're the Buzzkill. You'd had to leave earlier than everybody else. Kind of messes up the mood a little bit. Not exactly matching the positive vibes as everybody else, but just got to talk about it. Keep it positive, keep it professional. These are human beings at the end of the day trying to do the hardest thing. So that's what we try to say around here. So, man, getting into it, we got a youngster, like I said, 23-year-old center fielder, former top prospect, first-round draft pick, as a matter of fact. Only in his third year, showed excellent talent. That is an understatement. But it's been a rough, more or less, quarter of the year so far. Hitting just 198 on the season right now. The OPS is at below 600 at 588. We know he can do better than that. That OPS at 588, that's unsightly to say the least. Not to pile on, keep it positive, keep it professional. Diving back to the Buzzkill, it's Jackson Merrill of the Padres. His xWOBA is at 307, so that could definitely be worse, but still his expected batting average is at 246. So unfortunately, it's not quite just him having bad luck on the year for Jackson Merrill. To be fair, like I said, he did have a good game Saturday with a double, a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. So that was big for him and the Padres that day. The Padres are still batting him fifth in the lineup, mostly. He did that day, so they're not interested in dropping him in the lineup, so they're going to keep plugging him out there no matter what. He had the good game Saturday. He's going to need a lot more games like he had on Saturday, and quickly. Just the 3 hits in the last 12 games is kind of the thing that stands out here for Jackson Merrill. 0 for 4 last night with 3 Ks, barely avoiding the golden sombrero. That's going to bring us back around to why today, 3 hits the last 12 games, 0 for 4 yesterday with 3 Ks. The expected batting average at 246, 198 average on the season. Sorry, for today, Jackson Merrill, you are our Buzzkill. Had to do it. But, hey, it doesn't have to end there. We're going to be picking things up on the flip side right now. It's honestly, kind of becoming pretty much officially becoming the best part of the show. It's time for our certified dog. Second part of our heat check right now. Buzzkill first. Now we're getting into our certified dog, ending on a positive note. Now, speaking of that, this gentleman is now starting up, modest 4-game hitting streak. Let's see what happens with that. We like our hitting streaks around here, all shapes and sizes. It's been an explosive start to the week and the season for this first baseman, and a scorching hot finish off to the weekend for this gentleman. 265 batting average on the year. Honestly, that's not even close to the reason why he's our certified dog for today. Currently in the majors right now, in 7th in the majors in total RBIs. with 40. That's right, 40 RBIs. He's got 15 big flies on the year this year. It's Christian Walker of the Houston Astros. That's right, 40 RBIs. That puts him at 7th of the Major League RBI leaders. 15 home runs already on the year. And man, you really can't have a better, hard to have a better weekend than what this guy had, let me tell you. Christian Walker, he's getting the barrel on the ball a ton at the dish right now. I'm not even making this up. 4 home runs and 9 RBIs the last 3 games. A bunch of ribeye steaks for Memorial Day weekend. It wasn't just burgers, beer, and hot dogs. He provided the Astros with some huge fireworks on Memorial Day. We had that short come out on here about the Astros combined no-hitter. That was their 18th in franchise history. So another big thing here, as Christian Walker also provided the fireworks with those home runs in the last 3 games. One of them coming on Memorial Day. Again, happy late Memorial Day from us here at Buzz in the Box. And a big shout out and sending love to the men and women in our armed forces. Thank you so very much. That is even more important than anything we'll ever talk about on here. But Christian Walker, 15 total home runs on the year. We mentioned top 10 in the whole league in RBIs. And if this keeps up, he's going to find himself easily top 5, that's for sure. He's actually not even done with his numbers yet. He's at the very top. He's going to be at the top of that RBI list if this keeps up. The average exit velocity is through the roof right now, and I think it's going to be even higher by the end of the week. It's sitting a tick above 90 miles per hour right now. Honestly thought that was going to be 1 or 2 mph higher, but like I said, I feel like it's going to be at least that by the time we get to the All-Star break for sure. Not surprised that's slightly higher, but it very well could be with his bat speed at an excellent 74 miles per hour right now. He is making a hurricane with the bat in his hand. I think that matters a lot in correlation with how many more home runs he can hit, how many he's hit already, and he can get that exit velocity up even higher, like I just mentioned. 9 RBIs, 4 home runs the last 3 games. That's all we need to solidify. Christian Walker, you are today's certified dog. Let's go. Jackson Merrill, our Buzzkill, and Christian Walker, today's certified dog, as we wrap up our heat check here. Let's go. All right, that was pretty good. Now that that's said and done, we're gonna get we're gonna start hitting our last licks here for you. We do have 1 or 2 other little tidbits of news as we get to our last licks. The Tampa Bay Rays are signing former All-Star closer, fresh off a stint with the New York Mets, closer Craig Kimbrell, to a major league contract. So better luck for Craig Kimbrell, Condor down in Tampa. Like, man, the Mets just designated him for assignment. Man, that was quick. Not saying I'm surprised, but he did have his he was getting his strikeouts, was Craig Kimbrell, but man, he was giving up a lot of hits and a lot of earned runs. So he's gonna stay in the majors. Good for him. That's all we want to see from these guys here, human beings at the end of the day, and they're doing one of the hardest things in sports. But he'll look to have better luck, Craig Kimbrell, better luck in Tampa. There's a lot of good luck going down there now, and a lot of good baseball down in Tampa. They did have those 2 losses in a row, Saturday and Sunday. So we'll see if the Rays can keep things going. They've been on fire for the better part of what feels like about 4 weeks, about 4 weeks now. So that was pretty surprising to me. Craig Kimbrell already with the Rays. We mentioned, we had a short on it. Check that out. It was a little fun, quick little short read with some cool effects going on about the Houston Astros throwing the combined no-hitter against the Texas Rangers. That was their 18th in franchise history. Man, I don't think any team can get prepared for that. Be on the lookout for on one of our next videos. We're going to be talking about some more prospects along the way who are going above and beyond in the minor leagues right now, whether it's high A, double A, triple A. We look at it all. Anybody, any minor leaguer you have in your keeper leagues, the dynasty leagues that we focus on around here, it's never too early to start planning and start grooming and get that those positions and that turnover to sync up for your roster. You're gonna want that, and all we want to do is help you stay in the know. But these videos coming up later this week going to be centered around those prospects. Not just guys who would think are going to get called up, like I said, but names you need to have on your radar for your dynasty leagues. You can never be too prepared. We want to help you stay in the know. We are working day and night for you. Just know that. Please, on your way back to the clubhouse, like this video, share with anybody who you feel like is interested even slightly in baseball, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We really appreciate any and all love and support. It means more than you know. We got nothing to hide and everything to gain with you on our side. If there is a player or team we didn't talk about, let us know. We'll get to it. I'll try to get to it the next couple of videos. Give you a shout out. Of course, always, I stress this. If you have any fantasy questions, let us know. We'll do something on that. We'll get to it. We'll talk about it. What to do with the prospect you have, or when's a good time to trade for a certain person. Maybe you want to get rid of somebody you got. Any roster move, you can't be too prepared, and you can never be too careful, and you can never analyze too much. We really appreciate all the love and support. It means more than you know. Thank you so much again for being with us here on this beautiful Tuesday night. For Buzz in the Box, I'm Mauro Bizzario. Thanks again. Bye for now, and catch you next time.